I don't know what I'm going to learn from this. I definitely know there will be a lot of time to be in my own head. I am going to hurt a lot. I'm going to mentally be battling. And I just know that every time I push myself to the point where you've got two choices, yeah, I'm very excited to see how I feel this time tomorrow and what lessons I'll be able to share. So this is a very unique challenge. I know there are a number of people who've done 100-mile challenges, but for me, having to back up and run for potentially up to 24 hours plus scares me, knowing that I'm going to lack sleep. It's going to be very strategic around how I fuel myself. I think I'm going to roughly burn around anywhere from 13 to 15,000 calories. So how do I eat well to avoid cramping, to avoid, I guess, hitting that wall is going to be challenging and something that I'm really looking forward to experiencing. So far we've got all our food set up in a little aid station in the front office just from home, where I'll be running from home and coming back every marathon. And the intent is to sit around 5-hour marathon, allow myself 30 to 45 minutes rest in between each marathon to fuel, have the leg sleeves on and get back out there and go again. And touch wood, the rain stays away because it is looking like it could be a bit wet. So fueling, I'm going to be having gels, so 90 grams of carbs every hour. Then I'll be having electrolytes, so potassium, sodium, and then keeping the fluids high. And then when I get back home, some pasta, chocolate milk, and a few other things to load myself up. The strategy, as I said, is it makes sense to me to sort of break it down as 4 marathons in 24 hours, when essentially in 24 hours I'm going to be doing 168.8 kilometers, which is very daunting. I just came here from a talk before and I was shitting bricks because it's stepping into the unknown again. I do have a lot of kilometers under my legs. I have pushed myself in so many different ways, but never to this extreme, I don't think. So who knows what's about to unfold. So I started obsessing about this after I finished the 58 marathons, always wanting to pursue more and see what I'm capable of. I had this idea that I'd do a checklist of things that I could achieve for the year: 5 kilometers, 10 kilometers, half marathon, 100K, 100 mile. And I thought, I've already got the fitness after doing the 58 marathon, so 100 miles should be the next thing that I ticked off. And then I looked for events that were coming up and there was nothing sort of that worked in our time frame with traveling, so I decided to just put it on today, hopefully capture these moments, and here we are. 8 p.m. we're going to expect to finish this one, if not a little bit before. Anywhere from 7:45 to 8 p.m. I'm super grateful that this is going to be a team effort. Originally it was just going to be me trying to hit it, but I've had a few friends that I have told about it and they wanted to get involved and on board as well. So I'm going to have James Nellis run the first marathon with me, which is awesome.
James, not very few people are keen to do a marathon on Monday. What made you decide to jump in with Lucky?
He sent me a message and asked me if I wanted to do it. Said I'd do 20, and then 20 turned into 30 and 30 turned into the whole thing. So I've never done a full marathon either, so we'll see how we go.
First marathon on a Monday. The team, my wife and family are going to help me when I get home. So when I get home, it's shoes off, trying to air the feet out, fresh change of clothes, leg sleeves on, and just fueling myself. I feel overnight I'm going to try and get a 20-minute nap, so I've got a sleep mask ready, and I'll bring the last sort of 5 kilometers in quite slowly just to start getting the heart rate down, so that when I...
That's Lockie's fuel, is when someone says he can't do something, that's now he believes he can.
Lay my head on the pillow, I can get a quick 20-minute nap before I get back up. It's extremely important that I do make sure that I eat, because even though I might get through, and touch wood I do get through, it's how I pull up, tomorrow afternoon and the days that come afterwards. It's, that's why fueling and recovery is extremely important. So I'll definitely be going to a magnesium pool, eating plenty of food, and making sure that I can recover as well as I possibly can. How are you feeling? Feeling great, surprisingly. I'm 39.2 kilometers, 3 to go, which is great. And I'm feeling so comfortable with it. I think very happy with it. So now I definitely need to have some food when I get back. a little bit more water. But so far, so good. Very stoked. It's going to be a long night though when you think about, like, I've got another 3 of these to do. The next 19 hours. It's going to be tough. How do you pull up? James's hips pull up, unfortunately. So he had to call it quits. And I'm very happy with how it feels. Nutrition's on point. I'm 1,200 calories in that I've eaten. I'm going to change my shoes. Probably put on some fresh jocks and hit it out again, which would be good. I think I'll take a 30-minute breather. So I'm feeling good, so I may as well run as much while I feel good. It's important to get out there and get that done rather than dying, wondering, or just always thinking about it and wondering what it could be like. Rather than waiting for events to come up, which you may have to wait 12 months, 24 months, and things may get in the way. For me personally, I just like to set a deadline, obviously plan accordingly and train accordingly, and know that I can then work towards getting something done. It's why I've doing this with a group of friends, the 58 marathons, the 30 rowing marathons, the things that I've done. I just create events, and I also love being a part of it. So if you're thinking about something, as long as it's good, definitely take that one small step to get after it, as we're going to do today. And I don't know what I'm going to learn from this. I definitely know there will be a lot of time to be in my own head. I am going to hurt a lot. I'm going to mentally be battling. And I just know that every time I push myself to the point where you've got 2 choices. One choice is you quit and you get immediate or instant relief, but in the long term it equates to more pain in my experience. Or I get to push through and I get to dig deep, which in the immediate or instant moment, it's a bit more painful, but in the long term, you get to look back and you get to take so many more lessons away. So yeah, I'm very excited to see how I feel this time tomorrow and what lessons I'll be able to share. Bonjour, everyone. Hey.
He's got a smile on his face.
Feeling good. I'm just gonna make sure I charge everything.
Only 42 kilometers down. Yeah. Wait, what is it?
122.6 to go.
Yeah, so is that longer than I drive?
Yeah, it's longer than I run in a month too. Come here, I'm just throwing everything on the phone, on charge. I got a new pair of shoes. Oh wow, they're freaking huge. They're gonna be like running on clouds. I've never run in Brooks either.
Are you planning to run these for the next one?
Maybe not the next one, maybe I'll do another warm pair. And then I'll try these on the last one, because even if I need to walk, I can break them in. I don't think I want to run a full one. Yo! Hold on, I'm just getting some electrolytes and stuff. Yeah, hold up. Let's go. Oh my gosh. What is this?
Come on. Your first marathon.
The first marathon, yeah!
Abundance of energy.
Yeah.
We're so very, very proud of you.
You look so content.
It's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
I feel a little good.
Yeah.
Physically, it's just gonna be a noisy night in my head. It was noisy that whole time.
One down.
One down.
What was I thinking about?
Jason,
Oh, just like you're like doing the math. And normally when you're doing the 58 marathons, I'm done now. I kick my legs up. Whereas now I've got 3 more of those with no sleep.
Ready? Yeah.
What do you got there?
Something that I wish I could eat.
As in like the actual song milkshake.
Taste testing, making sure it's not poison.
That is the milkshake that the man melts.
This is my favorite in the whole world. Chocolate milk.
Oh, chocolate milk.
And she's giving it to her husband. Is it protein?
No, it's just chocolate.
Thank you, Amy, for cooking that pasta.
Hey.
Oh.
Sucks though when I have to go back out running when I could go to bed. I'm going to throw these on for 15 minutes and then take off again. I'm worried that if I lay down, I won't want to get back up again. So the comforts of being back inside is probably a very bad thing. I think that's why when people do ultras, they stay out in a chair in the cold rather than coming inside and feeling good.
Do you feel hungry at all once you finish the first one?
Do I feel hungry?
Hungry?
No. No, the last thing I feel like doing right now is eating. I'm not a big eater normally, so trying to eat, like I'd normally eat, before I did the marathons, I was eating about 1,800 calories a day. I just didn't eat. Then I got into, while I was training, I started eating more. But even with this, it's like it's the last thing I feel like doing. But if I don't eat it, I'm gonna feel it after the next one, and then the third one.
Everything that you're getting there, are you tracking these? Are you tracking?
We made it all up yesterday, all of this. I've got 6 packets of chips. If I eat them, I don't think I will. All the gels, they're new, they weren't there before, but cookies are now a good option. And then all of this, same with the chocolate milk's measured out, and I've got 10 bananas. So, the other thing I have is crumpets, which I can put peanut butter and honey on. So I think I bought about 8,500 calories worth of food. So 4,000 worth in gels. And if I eat all of this, that'll be heat, but I definitely don't plan on eating all this. Like I think the next one I'll, not this bowl specifically, but the next one I'll have crumpets and toast and then see how I feel after.
Nice.
But I think it'll be helpful doing 21 and then having coming back for a little bit more rather than just trying to eat all of this. I'll feel sick.
Yep.
ChatGPT said I was going to burn about 15,000 calories. So let's see whether it's true or not. My Whoop will tell me. I can tell you what I'm thinking about right now is when I finish, just laying down in the aircon. Oh, that is going to be the best feeling.
Biggest difference you can differentiate so far from the 58-day challenge from these 4 marathons within 24 hours?
I think psychologically it's challenging because I can get my head around running 4.5 to 5 hours, but now knowing that I've just got that. It's like the Hell Week phase. So there was Hell Week, which was coming from America to Australia, was 4 marathons in 48 hours, and that like scared me because I knew there was going to be a lack of sleep and everything. So now that I'm doing that in 24 hours, it's just when you get to, I break the marathon down to a point where it's like it's manageable chunks, and now I know that that's done. It's like 15 to 30 minutes later, I'm starting all over again, which is what I signed up for, but I don't really feel like doing it. If I'm being honest, it's Yeah, I think I made a mistake by coming inside because it's so warm and so comfortable. It would be so lovely now, but that's the whole point. Most people seek comfort, and comfort doesn't really lead to too many good things. So when you're in the comfortable position, you've got the opportunity to get out and get uncomfortable. It's where the growth happens. So it'll be interesting to see what I say after, tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon. I'm going to change shoes. So this time, these are my favourite shoe for sure, the New Balance. Carbon plate, so you get a little bit of a spring in your step.
Are you going by yourself right now?
No, Mark's outside.
Okay, have fun.
See you soon. G, Mark,
Hey Mark,
G.
how you going?
How you going? I feel like the start of a scene movie.
Mate, it is.
In the back
It's-
streets.
This is where it gets hectic. I'm hoping not too hectic. That first one felt good.
Did it?
Yeah. But as soon as I laid down and put leg sleeves on,
Yeah.
I was like, that's a bad idea. It's like too much comfort.
This would be usually getting pretty close to my bedtime.
Yeah, it's my bedtime as well.
Felt strange taking a coffee at 6 p.m.
Did you have a coffee at
Yeah,
6
I
p.m.?
did, yeah. I was like, if I'm going to make it through, I'm going to have to take coffee.
How far are you aiming?
I don't know, I packed for 42, so
Yes.
I'll start off with 21 and see how far we go.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Random Monday night.
Yeah.
I'd rather start knocking them out if I need like a 30-minute nap.
Yeah.
I can have it because I'll still have time. Yeah. Alright, so this is marathon 2 of 4. Mark's joining me. He's gonna pretty much keep me running at a decent pace because otherwise I might get Cliffy Young shuffle on. But I feel good. I ate not as much as I would have liked, so I'm gonna potentially swing past at 21k and grab another banana and a crumpet if I don't feel good. But I've got 1200 calories worth of gel, so we'll also see how that goes.
A little bit of madness, I suppose. If someone's going crazy, I might as well join them. So,
Bit of
yeah,
fun.
something different.
Yeah, exactly.
Night run, bit of a chat.
Not many people are doing it. Everyone's going to bed. As I said, most people are going to bed. It's a very unique experience. I would love to be going to bed. I'm sure you would love to be going to bed, but there's also something fun about doing what other people don't do. Good experience.
It is. Here you go.
Have a good night. See you tomorrow.
See you, Lucky.
Video I thought I'd never have to make.
Yeah.
The failed one.
True.
I realized at the 42 kilometer mark that it was not going to go to plan. I realized the strategy that I had was looking at the challenge in the completely different or the wrong way. I was looking at it as 4 separate marathons over 24 hours. When you look at it like that, you don't fuel appropriately for what the challenge actually was, which was 100 miles. So it got to that point where I realized I had to try and consume 1,500 calories in that 30-minute window. And I was also putting leg sleeves on, trying to have a stretch, do other things, and it wasn't going to be possible. So that was sort of the moment where I realized probably wasn't going to happen from a fueling standpoint. I remember running out on the river walk towards Portside, and people were trying to talk to me, and I just didn't want to respond to them because the conversations in my head, I was like, okay, you've said you're going to do this, you've got G-Man filming it, you want to have this cool documentary out the other side that's inspiring, but I just don't think I'm going to be able to do it. And then I started negotiating with myself. Started thinking, okay, well, can I settle for 100 kilometers? Is that possible? How much food can I eat? And then I started thinking about what other people in my life would have thought as well, because quite often people know I'm hard on myself. So when I had an inkling that I probably wasn't going to do it, I was like, okay, if I drop it back, are people going to worry that I'm beating myself up? And then that became an issue, which is kind of weird in and of itself, but I think I just accepted it at that point. I could have pushed myself to 100. I feel I could have in the condition that I was in, but I feel the trade-off was I would have been busted for the whole week. I wouldn't have been able to get any other miles in or rebuild essentially. So in that moment when I couldn't stomach any gels, I was sort of vomiting them up. I tried cookies, I tried chips, I tried pasta, nothing was going down. I just thought, okay, well, I'm happy with where I'm at. If I can get back, which is another 10K, that'll be 75 kilometers, call that a training run, learn the lessons, and we'll go from there. Objectively, I failed, but I don't feel like I failed because I had a crack. And part of all the challenges that I'm trying to push myself to do is to find out how I can get better at things. And I don't think I respected 100 miles. I just thought I could do it without a crew and just having heaps of people join me. So I didn't, obviously, one, have the right team. I didn't protect my energy. And as a result, I didn't get the outcome. But to me, there is no failure because now I've just got those lessons to come back at it if I want to do it again with new insights. And I think failure is it has to be part of the journey. If you want to be successful, you can't become the person you need to be with only having wins on the board. It's not possible.
And what did this challenge teach you that success never could?
Probably you're not as good as you think you are. I think this challenge taught me that, yeah, you're not as good as you think you are. You can do incredible things, and then you can put yourself in a position for the next challenge and then find out pretty quickly that you're not as prepared as you first thought you were. I think it happens a lot with UFC fighters or all athletes. Like at some point there comes a time where you're going to get beaten and you have to take those lessons. So that definitely gave me the opportunity that if I'd have just kept riding on the coattails of 58 marathons and been like, I did that, I never would have got that humbling experience again.
If you could go back and give yourself one sentence before starting, what would you say?
Eat more food. I think that would be, probably that, yeah, because I don't think I could have really changed anything before that. I couldn't have got the team together. I think the one sentence is eat more food.
Yeah.
I still don't feel satisfied and I still don't feel like I did that because there was a lot of things that I did wrong purely because I didn't respect the challenge. Mm-hmm. I feel like I would have been content had I had the right team there to support me, had I had a fueling strategy that worked, and I got to just my limit where it's like, oh, you've made a mistake. And I'd got to my limit only because I didn't prepare well and I didn't respect it in the right instance. So yeah, I think that is going to be something that I need to fine tune. Just have a crack. I think the most important thing, if you're watching this, if you're curious about doing things or want to try things, don't allow the fear of failure to be the reason why you don't, because otherwise you're just going to die wondering. I failed miserably. I even have a video made about it. However, hopefully in the future I'm going to be able to look back at this video and go, well, yeah, I didn't do what I said I would do, but I've made up for it because of the lesson. So just get in and get it done. Exactly. I think if you're pursuing greatness in whatever that looks like for you, you have to push the boundaries and make mistakes. And it sucks. Like, I don't like sitting here. I was hoping that the ending of this would be completely different to what it is, but this is the reality. So I've got to take that on the chin and learn from it. And yeah, that's it. That's all I can do. It's unfinished business. I definitely want to tick a 100-miler off, and I want to tick 100K off. But it's also exactly what needed to happen because I didn't respect it. And I think if you don't respect things, you deserve exactly what you get. And I got exactly what I deserved.